of Canada. He secured a landslide victory in a Liberal Party leadership vote. If voted to power, Carney had vowed to reset relations with India, and former central banker Mark Carney will become Canada's next Prime Minister. Carney, a 59-year-old, was born in Fort Smith, Northwest Territories on March 16, 1965 and raised in Edmonton, Alberta. Carney is credited to have helped Canada manage the worst impacts of the 2008 financial crisis. While running for the top post, Carney said that he will, quote, rebuild, unquote, relations with India if voted to power. But viewers, when we're talking about Mark Carney, obviously the question that lies is who exactly is this person? And to gain an understanding of this next Prime Minister of Canada, I'd like to tell you who is going to be taking over after Justin Trudeau. So we're going to be talking about who exactly is Mark Carney, and when we're talking about that, he's a 59-year-old Canadian economist from Fort Smith, Canada. So he was born in Fort Smith, Canada in the Northwest Territories, and when we're talking about him, he has spent 13 years as a banker at Goldman Sachs, and he has worked as a banker before this, and he, according to polls, he is the best contender to tackle Donald Trump. And when he joined Bank of Canada as a deputy governor in 2003, so he has worked as the Bank of Canada, he has worked as the chief there, he has worked as a governor there, and he was the senior associate deputy minister and GS deputy in Department of Finance Canada. He has held several posts in the bank, and he has worked as a banker, as an economist before, and he was appointed governor of the Bank of Canada in 2007 as well. So he has worked at the Bank of Canada through a huge stint from 2003 at 2007 we have seen, and he played a major role in helping Canada avoid the worst of the 2007 crisis that hit Canada, the financial crisis that Canada was struggling with, and his decision to lower interest rates seen as significant contributors in Canada's avoiding the 2007 crisis. So his decision has helped Canada in getting solved that situation, getting him out of that. And chairman of the Bank for International Settlements Committee on Global Financial System until July 2012. So we have seen that he has held several posts throughout his career before becoming the next Prime Minister of Canada. He was appointed as the Governor of the Bank of England from 2013 to 2020, and so he has worked with several banks, not just Bank of Canada, he has worked with Bank of England as well, and he announced his candidature in the 2025 Canadian Liberal Party election. So now he has been elected as the Liberal Party leader, and it's a huge landslide victory that has taken place. His campaign has gained the highest $4.5 million in donations. So major donations his campaign has received after he announced his candidature for the post of next Prime Minister of Canada. So when we're talking about him, for him, what exactly are the challenges once he becomes the Prime Minister of Canada? The challenge number one is Trump's 25% additional tariffs on imports from Canada and trade war with biggest trading partner. So one of the biggest challenges right now amid this whole tariff war is obviously he has to deal with Donald Trump's tariff war situation that has been going on against Canada. Challenge number two, increasing housing prices and dropping sales of houses. So another issue that he has to tackle with is the housing prices that is taking place in Canada. Challenge number three, falling growth rate and down to 1% in the last quarter. So he has to deal with that as well, and he's the right candidate since he has worked with the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, and he has worked he's an economist as well. And the challenge number four is free run given to Khalistani gangs. So we have seen in recent times that there has been huge development in terms of the Khalistani activities, the pro-Khalistani supporters and all of these activities in Canada. So another challenge for him. The fifth challenge is unprecedented diplomatic escalations with India over the Niger debt. So obviously one of the challenges that he has to deal with is this strained ties with India, but he has said that he's willing to work for the relationship with India. Challenge number 6, spike in visa rejections and tightened student visa rules. So another thing that he has to deal with, especially since a lot of Indian students are in Canada. So that is something